All right, all right. Good morning. Still trying to get everything set up. Let's see here. Thanks, Predator. Good morning. How's it going, Oracle? Just trying to get everything pulled up here, see what we got. Just figured we'd launch the live already anyway. Gotta get these Apex accounts connected. All right. So finally got those connected. There we go. All right. Now let's get all our PA accounts pulled over here. What do we got? Just throw everything in the garbage. Let's just... I don't even know what account this is. Practice. December. Okay. All right. And that there. No, come on. There. All right, we're going to start marking stuff out. All right, here we go. Thank you, David. Thank you, David. Just set or look up here. Let's kind of see what we got. Tapping into this 15-minute. We called out this 90 area in London, if you guys were there. Thought that the draw on liquidity, I shouldn't have taken it off there, but I did. My drawing says I literally drew the midpoint of this, which was 90. Obviously, we haven't hit it quite yet, but we called that draw on liquidity there, and then we also were looking for 890 for our low-hanging fruit target on a inverse setup on the 5-minute here during the London session there. I'll show you guys exactly what we were looking at. Show you guys what we were looking at there. So right here. It's kind of the setup of the London session there. So at a small gap here, we I'm sorry, that's not it. That is not it. It was here. So on this pullback down here, we pulled back down, kind of a liquidity grab, pushed back up, violated this gap. So I really liked the setup. We had an order block here with a gap above it, and this is kind of one of the things I've been looking at during the London. So what I want to do is take the first 5-minute inversion that's formed after 3 a.m. once we take the high or the low. So we took the high from Asia. And basically, you would take it for a 1-to-1. So the stop on this one was 14 points. So your take profit would be 14 points, which puts it right around that 90 area you can see there. So 14.75. So I took this off, took a little drawdown on it. I was pretty deep with 3 contracts. I took it off pretty much break even, but you can see as soon as I did, it kind of ran to where we thought it would go. Kind of ran to where we thought it was going to go there. $9.73. So we have, let's put our pivot point on here. We'll mark out our highs and lows in a moment. Make this a little bigger since it's in there. Why mark stuff out? We're going straight up again. Yeah. Eat healthy for 3 days. Puke it out yesterday. Now eat again for 3 days. I mean, I'm still bullish until 866, until we possibly violate this lower gap. If we don't violate this lower gap, then I'm expecting us to see maybe we go to the highs. So if we make it through this gap here, then I'm pretty certain we're going to make it up here to these highs. If we close above these gaps, this gap here, close below this one, then I think we run to the lows. We are in premium now. So we're in a premium. What is this? 4 p.m. This is the previous day low. Is that right? Yeah. So we also have a big gap, right? Pretty decent sized gap in the price here. 928 down to 755. Pretty decent sized gap there. Sometimes that's a big gap. Sometimes they want to get filled there. So let's look at the London high and low here. So from 3 a.m. And we also have relatively equal lows down here for the London low as well. So you can see right there, these are relatively equal lows. So may want to come back and get that. We'll see. Excuse me. Your dog tore up your microphone. Had to order another one. That sucks. Good morning, Wayne. London high. We already took the high, obviously, on that news this morning. We'll still mark it out. All right. So we got to kind of get we got to violate this 15-minute gap if we're gonna move down. All right, let's get everything put on. Oh, look, maybe I didn't delete it. Did I not delete it? There we go. You can see we marked this out during London. This is our stuff during London. So possible draw and liquidity up here, 90s. This was our target zone. Once we sat down for London, you can see we finally, well, that was 920. That was where we thought we would trade into a premium. But our target was just kind of 890. I think I covered that trade around like 418. And then like 424, it went to the target. Paste. Yep. So let's paste everything on here, and then we're going to set up our ATM strategies. Where is it? I don't know why I have to look for it every time. So today, we're going to do things a little differently with the stop loss. We're going one contract, 22 ticks. Really just looking for $100. Just because of the strategy that we're trading. Stops are a little bit wider sometimes, so I want to reduce risk a little bit and the time of year that it is. So today we're going to go with $100 in is our target. So we hit $100. Oops, not 200. And profit, and then we're going to call it on that account. Got to make sure, because it looks like, what do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ultraman, good morning. Let's see. Let's go to the copiers here. Let's make sure I got everything, that I'm on the right accounts. 8540. This one. Confused. Yeah, Riggedy, it did drop. All right, we need the 01. That's here. What is that doing here? All right, we got something messed up here. $12. All right, so we have the 12 leader account. 16. This one can be canceled. All right, we have 16. 559304. We have 04. We have two 04s. 655930 is on here twice, right? So we take one off because we don't want to be trading those twice. And this one's 01. Okay. We got it. Did I ride that drop? No. Oh, you're talking about Kid Poker? Yeah, Kid Poker did. Yeah. It looks like Kid Poker got it. I did not. If you didn't watch yesterday's review video, we did lose 5 funded accounts yesterday. We were copy trading one of the packs of 4 that we didn't copy trade during the stream, and we were looking for 10 ticks. We didn't have a stop loss in, and when that drop happened, it We were down 1,000 so fast that I just let it go. Never works for me. I see it work for other people, but not for me. Of course, we were pretty heavy in it, so it's our own fault, but it is what it is. Not a big deal. Not going to win them all. Very quick work today. We hit 47.88 target in the ES for 40 points from yesterday's 40 to 45 major support long zone. The dip was so far in as usual, bought rapidly. For longs, back in partial gains right now, lock in partial gains. Take it light the rest of the day. Resistance here, dip zone before 97.8010. So that's Mancini's information there from this morning on his tweet. If you're not following Mancini, that's free information there. This information I do post in my Discord every day. It was posted yesterday. Kind of gives you his trade plan for before. So in terms of level, he had been direct. He cut his 10% runner right before the 4 p.m. regular hour close. He's added a small long late day today, 40 to 45 on the level mentioned below, risking 25% of the profits. Resistance 56, 66, 72, 81, 88 is a major resistance. 97 to 95 is next target. So that's kind of where we are. If 88 was major resistance, that should be support. We already pulled through there. 81 is your next level down. We're kind of right there tomorrow. We remain in a strong uptrend. One afternoon of selling does not change that, but bulls will need to reclaim some of resistances now to begin any movement upwards. For tomorrow, 67 is a good start. So on and so forth. We sailed at the beginning of 40. So on that news this morning, we did make that. We retraced a lot of that move from yesterday. You guys can pause this and read it if you want to. I mean, what do if you fib this area, that's kind of how we came up with the 90, right? We just fibbed this entire move. So you can see 50% mark. That's how we came up with this zone earlier from in the morning, 9:20. So we traded up into a premium here, hit the 618. We almost hit the 70%. Now we're kind of pulling back down. If we close below this 15-minute gap here, I think we see the lows down here at 760 potentially, 860 for sure. We close above, I think we're going to go to 73. So that's kind of what I'm thinking there. Are you using something that will let you pass in one trade? Are you talking to me, Riggedy? If you want to pass in one trade, you just do large size and pick a direction. You literally... That's kind of what we're looking at today. What we got? What time is it? 9:28. We got 2 minutes here. Let's check the news. Now you're talking KP. All right, good. I was like, I think you know my my take on that. All right, check the news right quick before we open. U.S. leading index month over month. 2-star, 31 minutes. That's 10 a.m. It's really 1 o'clock, 5-year tips option. I don't know what that'll do, but we'll be aware of that. So 1 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Oh, goodness. So we'll kind of see what happens here at open. That's all we can do. No guessing. Oh, how did I not? I don't know how that happens, but okay, we'll do it. That one we're not worried about. This one is right. This one is right. All right. So let's kind of start all the way over here. We'll see what happens here at open. I'm anticipating if we hold this gap here, 15-minute gap here, push back up into this pivot point, maybe that 990 area. But no guessing. We'll see what happens. All right, here we go. There we go. There we go. Kind of pushing down here. Let's see. Samuel RSI divergence. Think we're going down. I'm not guessing, Samuel. I don't know, man. I'm not sure. If we close below this gap here, then yeah, I think we go down. But as long as we're above this gap, I don't know. We'll see. If we get above this upper 15-minute gap, then we're going to these highs. Looking to me like the highs. Might jump in here. Let's see. Yeah, I wanted to take the long there, but wasn't able to. So we're going to probably clear this high out right here. Pretty clear. That's probably what's going to happen. Going to clear this swing high at least. Go down to the 1 minute here. Let's see what happens. Your daily indicator says start selling. Maybe. Whole thing feels trappy. You never know, right? NQ only goes up, kid poker. You're not wrong. You don't trade right at the bell. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea, right? To not do. Kind of watching this here now. If this inverses, it would be tough not to take. Didn't close below there. If it's in drawdown, Mom, or if it's blown, then yes, it will. So we failed to kind of make these highs here. As long as we hold below here, kind of both Nasdaq and ES are kind of putting in a lower high here. If we close below here, then I'm probably going to take a quick short stab. There we go. Stop to break even. There we go. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. $100 across 4 accounts. $100 across 4 accounts. First target here, second target kind of down here, maybe all the way down here, really. But I just took the low-hanging fruit. Low-hanging fruit there, guys and gals. That's all we're doing. 22 ticks, and you're done. I don't even know what accounts that's on. Let's look. And we can just look this way. There we go. Well, I guess it only gave me $95, even though, what's going on here? Okay, I'm confused. $957.01. So it should be 01, 02, 03. There's 01. Yeah, it should have been 22 ticks. 02. So we got some slippage there on that. Feels bad, but that's all right. All right, let's move over to the next one. That's pretty easy read there. Obviously, this failed, right? It didn't make to the swing low that I wanted to make to, but we only needed 22 ticks, and we got it. Bulls and Bears are fighting for this level. Yeah. Sam saying, start selling. Do I know time to trade? She is not live yet this morning. She has 880 watching. Yeah. She's cuter than me. Well, maybe that's why she has 800 people watching. Just kidding. Yeah, I know who Tanja Trades is. She knows what she's talking about. She's been in Patrick's stream for a long time. I've seen her in Patrick's stream for a very long time. She started her own channel. She knows what she's doing. Trading, she sometimes takes the inverse model. She's mostly 2022, I think, ICT. And then, but yeah, I jump in her stream occasionally, but I'm not in there. I'm not in anybody's stream today, guys. I'm trying to concentrate on myself, but concentrate on my own strategy. So, what's going on, Dave? Good morning. Start trading on the 15-minute bigger money than ticks. Yeah, I mean, I'm on the 15-minute here. But you can see this playing out now. We retested the gap there. Now we ran the target. We ran the target here. Yeah, she is ICT. She knows what she's doing. I mean, I watched a couple of her streams. Interesting. So it is baffling how someone can just start streaming and have 1,000 people plus in their stream immediately, but to each his own, right? I mean, that's how it works sometimes. Not a whole lot of female streamers, to be honest. I applaud her for streaming and showing her trades, being transparent with everything. It's not easy to do. So no matter if you're male or female. So I think it is intriguing to see a female trade. Not saying anything negative about females there, guys. Don't take that the wrong way. It is intriguing to see because there's not, if you look at the statistics, like 2% of traders are female, something like that. So if 99% of people fail, you're less likely to see a successful one. But she knows what she's doing for sure. She's very good at what she does. So there you go. So you can see how, like, when something doesn't happen, Riggedy, Inner Circle Trader, no excuses. How's it going? Yeah, Wayne just said it. Yeah. I'm using ICT model on my trades today, too. Like, I switch back and forth. I've been using this inverse just kind of off stream. And I like it. I mean, it's not anything new that I haven't been doing before. I just haven't been doing it on stream. This is another inversion right here that I just missed. But that would kind of be your target. That would have been your target right there, so it wouldn't be worth taking. 30, actually 37. That actually would have gave me what I needed. I only need 5 points. Anyways. What do you got going on, Kid Poker? Are we short? Long? What are we doing? So all we're doing is looking for these small inversions, right? I mean, that's all we're doing. Close above, close below. So we have a small 1 minute gap here. We closed above. Your swing to your left, your first swing to your left is your first target. So like you can see this closed up here, open, pulled back. I could have taken the entry, but I thought it was not that much room. It was actually better than I thought it was. It was actually 9 points. So I could have taken that, but I didn't. We could technically take the short here one more time, too. You short ES, Kid Poker? What's your entry? All right, I'm going to try it. Should be quick. Stops at break even. All right, stopped out break even. This probably still would work. It might have been a bit aggressive moving the stop there. Should have got me, though. What are we on here? 04. I just want to see. I don't think that gave us anything. Yeah, break even there. Well, I guess we lost $20 on the copied accounts, but we're break even on the others. Short from 82. I would like to see us close below 78 on the ES if we're going to sell there. Yeah, there we go. So I should have held that. I wanted it to be quick to my target, though. So once it didn't hit me there on this push down there, I go straight to break even because we don't have to take this low again. We don't have to take this low. We already taken this low once. We don't have to take this one. We can, but we don't have to. $93. So the VWAP today is off a little bit here, 2 points. It's actually at 93. And it did take it anyway. That's all right. Part of a strategy is determining when to get out. Yeah, well, true. We didn't do a good job at that yesterday. Should have trusted in that a little more, but that's all right. Tis what it is. Got that ice wall working again. Bounced right off Kid Poker's entry, 82. Want to see it close below 77. 78. Just get long off Kid Poker's entries, guys. That's what Kid Poker's saying. He buys the support. He shorts the support. He longs the resistance. So we buy off of his entry for his short, and we sell off of his the other way around. You get what I'm saying. Just as a joke. If we close above here, ribbit. Crap, I forgot about these things staying on there. All right, it's probably going to go there. I just kind of want to get my $20 back. Oh, kind of want to get my $20 back. This is not a strong one. I don't love it. Might have worked, but did it give it to me? I think it hit exactly. Sorry, up $30 on this account. We need one more. We just need one more decent entry here. I actually don't even need this entire gap on here. I can just reduce this thing down to kind of here. If we close below this gap, like I said, I think we run to the lows. Just had a nice NQ short scalp. Nice. Yeah, ES, there's kind of a divergence here. ES pushing, Nasdaq pulling back. Samuel, fully in expecting a red day. I mean, it could be. You don't know, right? Who knows? Could be. We're already kind of chopping sideways. Ugh. I lowered the take profit to 20 ticks on this one since we're up 20 and $30. VWAP down here, possible VWAP touching coming 94.50. I'm not going to short into the VWAP there. Even though if we close below this area here, oh, darn it. I didn't drop the... God dang it. I grabbed the stop. I grabbed the stop and didn't drop it. I meant to move it up here and stop. Drop it. Nah, that's all right. Indicators on daily never lie. Is that right? Both trade right, ES and EQ. Yeah, it looks like it would have closed below that, or actually did not close above that gap yet. We're down 85 on these accounts. I may just move on to the next ones. I don't know. Yeah, let's just put them away. We're right there, 85 bucks. I don't want to. No point in. We'll see. Think you're stuck for a while? Still holding below in this gap so far. Very close right there to closing above, but did not quite do it. Not looking good though. If you're in that trade. Small order block here. Let's see if this kind of holds top of this zone area. Yeah, very choppy. Got some buy volume popping in here. ES still holding that 20 SMA. Not a great price action here so far today. Didn't mean to move the entire thing. Looking like it's going to push above this order block. ES looking strong here. You'll practice while you wait. Good idea. That way you're not just sitting here staring at it, driving yourself crazy with it, right? So if you're just joining us, down 85 on the set of 4, up 100 on another set of 4. So basically, break even. Got news in 7 minutes. 2-star news. So far holding the VWAP though. NQ and US 30. We'll go visit hell on the way downtown. I mean, maybe not. You gotta. I don't think we go down until we clear 80. We clear 80, then I think that there's a probability. We certainly run the London low at 860. Previous day low down there at 760 might be in play at that point, but until then, I mean, if we ran this, then that would be your first kind of target, and you zoom out, kind of see use the higher time frame, but. See, I traded that one first, right? Okay, I just want to make sure. So I'm on my third set here. So holding that order block so far. Ranger06 new here. Trader Oracle recommended this channel. Like what I'm seeing so far. For some reason, my chart is about a full minute ahead of yours. It's dropping now. Yeah. Shouldn't be a minute. Make sure your live button is tapped. It should only be about, let's check it. Probably like 15 seconds or something. Let's see. Unless something's just going on crazy, but the delay usually about 20 seconds, 15, 20 seconds. So let's just see what we got. Yeah, it looks like it's like 21 seconds today. Which is weird because I did, I lowered it down to 5 seconds and lowered the quality. EQ lows at yesterday's lows. Delays longer today for you for some reason. I don't know why. Unless the settings didn't save, but they said they did. Let me look at the settings and see. I don't think I can change them while I'm live, but we can look and see if they did save. Okay, you can see right there it says 5 seconds. Maximum replay buffer. So I don't know. I can't control the delay. Bouncing off the VWAP there. So like I said, I wanted to move my stop on this entry here. I was trying to move my stop to just above this order block. Or I'm sorry, just up here. But didn't get to there. Let's see if we get through the VWAP here. Probably do, because the Nasdaq still, or the ES is still a few points above the VWAP. So chances of a bounce here a little lower. Want to close below. Yes, you really want to get it to close below that 70, 78 area. Coming back into the London high. See if we hold below the VWAP here or not. I'm going to take a little shot here. What does it hold below the VWAP there, obviously? It may not. Let's see some acceleration down here. Oh, I forgot that news. I forgot all about that news. Darn it. I shouldn't be in this. I'm going to take that off. I forgot all about that stupid news. So it took a little loss there. $235. I think this thing still goes down here, but bouncing off 82. You're not wrong, Kid Poker. You're not wrong. So bouncing here. One trade's all you need sometimes, Wayne. So pushing back above the whole number here. Kid Poker got out. Tiny profit. Hey, if you got out, you got out. I don't see a swift move down right here. Should go quickly. There we go. All right. Got that back. Got the losses back. I think we run the, I'm really thinking we run down here, guys. This is really, this swing low right here at this news this morning. I'm thinking that's where we're going at least. If we close below this gap here, like I said, I think it's going to be an acceleration straight down into the 60. Nice job, Wayne. Nice job. Riggity's still in it. Yeah. If we close below this gap, which is the last, it's kind of the last on the, if we're on the 2-minute chart there, I'm on the 1 minute, or the 5 minute is what we're looking at. If we close below this here, this level, if a candle closes below, then I think we accelerate. I might take a quick another stab here. $69.50. The rest of the month looks bad. I mean, it could be. It could be. All right, we're going to try here quickly. Come on, push down. Stop. Come on. Ah. There we go. So stopped out break even there. And there we go. Darn it. It was bouncing around there. I should trust my instinct there. Should be trusting my instinct there. Yeah, we're at $40. Just being too aggressive on my stops here. That's 2 trades where I could have hit my target. And just aggressively moving the stop. 60s, we should accelerate. If this closes below here, you're going to see some acceleration down into the 60. Would be my guess. And there we go. Close below. Probable. Some acceleration now. Let's see. ES just getting through the VWAP there. Do have a pivot point right at the 65s just to be aware of. I think we just get some acceleration right through here. I want to just jump in, but done it too many times already, so just too risky now. Look at there. Got to do better at managing the stops there. But when you have a day like I had yesterday where it just ripped against me in one fell swoop there, you get a little antsy on the trigger there. All right, we're going to move on over to this account. And we said this at the open of the market, guys. We said if we close below this box, we're going to be bearish there. So we're going to take those data lows 9 times out of 10 here. Technically, Samuel, I told you. Oh, good call though, Sam. Good call. It's always an if, right? You never know until. So that's kind of the thing there. So there we go. Running the data low by 1 tick. The London low was 1 tick below the data low. Oh. So nice call. Nice call. Nice job, Kid Poker. Nice job. And again, guys, I mean, this is pretty simple. I realize this is not much, right? So from this close, 76 down to 60. I mean, you're looking at 16 points there. I feel bad because I'm not capitalized. Not capitalized today on my stuff. Not have had the capitalization that I need to, but we're green, so we're not going to complain. Nice job, Sam. Nice job. Nice job. Nice job, Wayne. Everybody green over here. Everybody green. I'm the only one took a red trade. Just me. I'll kind of go over what we got so far. Like I said, we still got one more pack of 4 to trade. So we're up basically 100 on these 4. 110, 90, 90, 95. 40. These are the ones I moved my stop too quickly on. 40, 40, 40. And then down 85 on these. 105, I guess, on one of them. Must have been some slippage. We'll call that 100 on each of those. And I didn't take those. 12, 13, 14, 15. Still got a trade. 16's also 40. So don't know if that's green or not. I think it's slightly green depending upon what happens to this last pack. Depends upon what happens with this last pack. Let's just see. So we ran the London low there. You got the previous day low down here at 760. Zoom out, right? Zoom out on the bigger time frame. Something that kind of screams at you. Swing lows that kind of scream at you, right? These don't scream too hard, but So these will be your targets, right? 37, move your target, move your stop to 60. So we can close that gap out. This gap's still valid. Nice job, Kid Poker. Nice job. $900. $900. Let's go. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Ah. All right. Now we're just looking for the next opportunity. Riggedy, 53 points. Nice. I mean, it could dump still, right? We still got room to the downside. We traded up into a premium on that news there. So we could still dump, but we did run an important level there. So now we're just waiting for our next opportunity. So we retraced the entire move from the news play this morning. You can see we pushed up into a bearish fair value gap there, 15-minute. Didn't quite get to the pivot point. Midpoint of that area is 90. That's kind of where I was thinking we would go, but didn't quite get there. Didn't quite get there, and then we'll see what happens. Sam thinks we go further down. Are we going to go down here to the previous day low, Sam? What do you think? Pretty good move down there. 760. That's another 100 points. Not outside the possibility there. Let's go up to the 2-minute. Check the 3-minute. Pushing back up into this VWAP here. Yeah, I don't know. Smart money concepts. You're going to wait for regulation and signs. It'll continue to go down. What daily indicators are we using there, Samuel? So I think if we close above this gap here, we'll probably at least make it to the 10s. Close above here. I might take a shot at it. Did not close above yet. Close, but not quite. Close above here. Like I said, I may take just a scalp into the 10s, or actually just 5 points for me. But no close above. We're not going to do it. Classic pivot needs to break. It's written by you. Oh, okay. Well, we have to kind of take out these lows in order to close red, though, right? All right, we're going to take this long right quick for this push through the... Rip it right through there. Got to move my stop down here because I don't want it where I can't touch it. ES is above the VWAP here, so I'm expecting us to just kind of push right through there. Should be quick if we're able to do it. Come on, rip it. Just rip it. Come on. Yeah, I can do it. Should get a nice little pop here. There we go. Easy peasy. Nice little pop. It was probably a little early to the party there because we didn't close above yet. But because the ES bounced off the ES tested the VWAP, got back above it, closed above it, I felt like we were going to just push with it, at least for the few points that I needed there. So there we go. 13s. Should be 12, 13, 14, 15 there, up 100. So only red on one bank. Only red on one bank, 85 to, well, basically 100 apiece. So 200 times 4 is 800, and then 40 times 4 is 160. So 960 minus 400. So our green 560 so far. We could go back to the red account and try to work it back to green, but it's like, what's the point, right? It's like, what's the point? Daily saying keep selling. Yeah, I mean, it could still go down, right? I'm not saying it's going to continue up. I'm just looking for obvious. I'm looking for failed pivots, or not failed pivots, inverse FVGs. So we inverse this FVG here. I would expect price to at least attack here. Once price breaks here, if you're in this trade, your stop would go to break even once it breaks this internal high. But 28 would be kind of your target to the upside there, possibly. Longer play, right? This could take a minute to get there. It's not going to be something that happens quickly. So as soon as we break this internal high, stop will go to break even. Oh, actually, we broke one right here. So stop would be to break even already. So stop basically be at 8 at the London high at this point. The open of that candle there. Are you shorted the ES, Kid Poker? Let's see if we would have got stopped. Obviously, we're only looking for 5 points, so nothing crazy, right? It could make it to 28 here. It'd be a longer play. Like I said, I probably would have took I'd take the majority of the position off at the 10s because you are trading into a bearish gap there, but no reason this gap should be respected in my opinion. ES actually hit the internal high there on that play. But it's not going to be like an immediate trade. It's not going to be fast by any means. Feel good about the trading today. I think we're 4 out of 5 or something like that. You can't complain about being green. So here we go. Pushing through that internal high there. Like I said, I don't expect this gap to be respected. And if we close above here, then you 100% know we're going here. So if we close above this gap, then you 100% know we're going to here. Well, we don't want to say 100%, but it's pretty certain. If we can close above. Stop should already be at break even, though. I'd probably be trailing my stop. If you're a little up, you're a little up. If you're a little down, and you're a little down. Exactly. So let's see what happens here. Oh, you're not. It's not over, Kid Poker. All right, so if this candle closes here, it still has one more minute. So we may run it before we even close. Looking pretty solid there. That's why I love these freaking inverted fair value gaps, guys. This stuff is so easy to see. Sometimes you just have to trust it because you do get into drawdown sometimes, but I mean, that was a beautiful play. We took 5 points off of it. And we entered a little too soon. We could have got in on this pullback. Or actually, there would have been no pullback. Close above. We would have gotten in at the London high. If we would have just been a little more patient, we jumped in before this candle closed and we ate the pullback. And there's boom. There's your target. So I mean, you're looking at that's from 890 to 928. One trade in a day, and I would be done right there. 30 points. Or 40 points, actually. Gotta start trusting my setups a little more. But for right now, I'm still just in scalp mode. That's what I've been into for a long time. Maybe next week or maybe after the new year, we can switch our psychology a little bit and go into longer holds. So, anyways. It's funny how you bought the low day and sold early and it rips. Yeah, that's what happened to me. I mean, you see, it happens all the time. Seen this game before, 1 p.m. That's why you like 1 p.m. Yeah, more realistic. Still ripping. And the ES is freaking headed towards the high of day here. That's kind of the only concern with me right there was that the ES ran the internal high before we did. So I wasn't quite sure if we were going to make it. But I actually like the setup there on the ES a little more. If you look at the ES here, we inverted that gap. Closed above right there. Closed just above. And then it ran this internal high before we did. You can see, if you look from here at this internal high, you can see it where price was over here at that time. And we had not ran the internal high yet, and ES had. We had still held below. But ES looking very strong. We swept the low. We swept an important low, the data low, the London low. We inverted the first gap on the 3-minute. So this is a very strong play here. This is an A+ setup to me. I should have held this longer. Thinking back, obviously hindsight, major low, major liquidity grab there. We breached this fair value gap. Easy read here, really. I'm still a little skittish from my misread yesterday, though, so that's, you know, it happens. Up man, you're sitting on 15-point long. ES holding out for 48.10. Maybe too greedy, but think it will get there. 48.10. Woof. My man, 48.10. 95 is major resistance is the only concern there, I believe. Let's check Mancini's. He got long yesterday at 47.40, 47.88 target. Dip zone. We rallied from 40 to 45 to 88, now dipping. As posted an hour ago, that was profit take area. Take it light now and rest today. 72 to 66 remains support. We literally hit 72.50, 73 there. What was the low? 73. We hit 73 and bounced. If you're not following Mancini, a lot of great information from Mancini here. It's free. So, I don't really know if we'll get 48.10 today. Possible. And there we go. You can see we ran that internal high, and then we pull back. NQ's a lot more zony. Yeah. ES definitely looking stronger, although ES is pulling back right now. ES rejected the lows at 70, but NQ ran the lows before popping hard. Did ES not run the lows? Oh, you're right. ES left the data lows. So there's a divergence here between the ES and the Nasdaq. ES is actually looking a lot stronger than the Nas. I wasn't even looking. So I mean, look, you know, you can just look at this. Nah. Oh, let's see where we can show this at. So you can just see. So you can see ES low, higher low, Nasdaq low, lower low. So you got a divergence here. So ES may want to come back and run those data lows there. We'll see. Breaking through the VWAP now. Yeah, Riggedy, there's the drop. Captain Price got some volatility, yeah. Looking shaky now. Yeah, that's, I don't know. That's the thing. Mancini's saying be careful today, lock in your gains early. So I don't know if I'd be looking for a huge, excuse me. I don't know if I'd be looking for a huge move. One could. But I feel pretty good about the trades today so far. Like I said, we traded 16 fundeds. Green on 12, 8 red on 4. So, so what did we do there? I don't even know. We took one losing trade, right? That was the other ones were break even or green. I think we only took one losing trade. I go back and look at them. Let's go back and look at them. So on this account, we know. Let's show our trades. So we just have one win here. Just one trade on this one. Let's just go through the accounts and see. This one's not showing the trades either. So on this one, that was a small loser. No, wait. Yeah, that was the loser. That was a winner. That's a break even. So we had one loser, one winner, one break even there. Excuse me. And then this one, break even. We did take a loser there. So one winner. Sometimes you forget the losers. That's why it's good to go back and look. One winner, one loser, one break even. This must be the account we're down on. That's a winner. That's a loser. That's a break even. Yeah. Didn't take any on this one. Nope. And then this one. One single trade, a winner. All right, there we go. So 4 winners, 2 losers. We kept the losers small. And 2 break evens. So not bad. 4 out of 6. I mean, not great, but not horrible either. 4 out of 6, 2 break evens, and the 2 break evens would have been winners, and we not break even those, but 67%. That's not bad. We'll take it. 1-to-1 risk to reward on those, pretty much. Pretty much. Can get the R can get the R improved there if we try. Sam's telling us a red day. ADX is low on 5-minute, but it's up now. Captain Price is out. I mean, it might be a red day. I have no idea. I don't try to guess those things or whatever you want to call the word. Whatever the right word is there. I don't try to guess. I don't try to predict. I just trade what I see. We just trade what we see there. So what do we see here? 1 minute. In this entire push up, well, I guess there's a couple there, but they've already been violated. So we've only got that one left here on the 1 minute. So technically, if we close below here, I'm not going to take it because I don't want to short into the pivot. If we get below the pivot, we might take it. It is 10:30, so we'll see what happens. Respecting it so far. We have a sweep. This is kind of funny looking at this now. Let's see. We swept the important low. We shifted. No, we didn't shift structure yet, did we? Oh, you know what, though? If we... I don't know if I love it. It's considering taking a long there, but... Let's switch out. I moved the pivot. Where's it at? 66.50. It looks better on the 2 minute here. Kind of inverse this gap right here. You close above. Then we probably continue up. Same thing here to the downside on the 3 minute or 2 minute that we're on right now. Close below, we probably sweep the 43s. I lean lower just because the ES left the data lows in place. But Sam says it's not a guess. Well, a prediction, a guess. If it hasn't happened yet, it's a prediction, a guess. Same thing. It's just different use of words. It's the same thing, Sam. It's a prediction. We'll use prediction. You can see when it's volatile and when it's thinking too much, you close 9:15, we'll be back to balance. Yeah. So far, he's deciding if it trends at all. I don't think it's going to trend today. It is pretty choppy, yeah. I don't think it's going to trend today, but I could be wrong. Who knows? So, I mean, you could have blindly bought that long. You could have blindly went long here on the 3 minute. You did have a shift in structure here. Left this fair value gap. This would be kind of your silver bullet setup, 10:35 a.m. I liked the inverse IFVG there that we took earlier, but this is your silver bullet setup. Traded right back into this 3 minute gap here. Right there. I mean, you can see it just tapped right into it. And so that, your target here would be actually very reasonable stop on this too. I guess maybe 28. So if you're doing a 1-to-1, you'd be taking profit. You would already be at profit 1-to-1. But maybe you could target that high there if you wanted. But that's your silver bullet setup right there. Really wasn't looking for it this morning, so I didn't take it. That might actually line up with the 5-minute as well. Let's take a look. It does not. Do have a small 5-minute gap here. So yeah, your stop. Yeah, your stop on this 5-minute play would be down there. Just kind of look and see what the 5-minute would be. So you'd be long looking for 96 handles off the 5-minute. I am not in the 5-minute. I was not looking for. I was concentrating on my other stuff. There we go, 93. 93. That seems reasonable, actually, but it may not make it. Who knows? Yeah, I'm trying to just zoom in, guys, and pay attention to what's in front of me instead of trying to trade these mechanicals and things like that off to the side and distract myself from what I'm doing. So that's, if you see me doing that, you know. No, I stick to NQ and ES Hot Man. Because it had 10:30 a.m. news, I'm like, any candle pop seems like move could be over. So you just scare yourself out of longs when you don't like it. Yeah, I think we all do that, right? But look at this 2-minute. Look at the 2-minute setup and the 3-minute setup this morning on this. This would be your silver bullet setup here. Because this pullback here would not, I would have taken that. Oh, actually, I did take this one for this close above this inverse gap. But this would be your later entry on the silver bullet. There's a couple of different ways to enter the silver bullet setup there. So this would be your kind of second setup for it. And like I said, you could take a 1-to-1. You'd already be in profit. Or you could aim for the high here. Pretty big move there. It'd be 61 handles. If you're just taking a 1-to-1, you're already there. There you go. Yeah, that's the thing, Predator. I noticed that I'm trying to like pay too much attention to stuff. But pretty happy with switching gears here the last couple of days. Yes, I blew 5 evals yesterday. 4 of them were not. It didn't have anything to do with the strategy. I actually blew the last 4 at the end of the day on the 6 tick. I was actually looking for a 10 tick with 4 contracts, just trying to get an easy $200, and it bit me like it does a lot of times when you take those types of plays. So, not that I won't take those plays in the future. I'm just gonna be smarter when I take them. Analysis paralysis. Yeah. But normally I would take like the 15-minute breakout. I would take the 5-minute fair value gap, which I do like the 5-minute play. I'm still forward testing it, but going into the end of the year here, I don't know how much sense it makes, right? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to continue like forward testing. So holiday weeks and all. But that would kind of take my attention, and I would miss some plays. I would miss some important moves in the morning that I look back later in the day and I would say, wish I had saw that. So that's why I'm not watching other streams this morning. We're just, yesterday and this morning, no other streams. I'm just listening to music and concentrating on the chart. Seems to be helping. So far. That could go the other way. You never know. It could always go the other way. you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Hit all the links down below. Topstep, APEX, Bulenox. Helps the channel. We do appreciate it. So like I said, if we close below this, let's kind of look here. Are we? Let's see. I mean, I'm not going to, if we close below, you could theoretically take the short here. I don't think I'm going to take it. My dog's already whining to go outside. Give me 5 minutes, guys. Let me run him outside. I don't want him to hold his poop. So give me 5 minutes. I'll be right back. We are back. Oh, what do we got? ADX is 15, no moves. Dollar index. Oh, is it dollar? Predator is not a multitasker. Once you focus on one setup, you improved your trading 100%. Yeah, no. You're not wrong there. You're not wrong there. You're not wrong. Woo. All right, all right, all right. Okay. All right, let's check on a couple of people this morning and see how they did. Like I said, let's turn this. Let's turn that off. All right. ES holding up there at the VWAP trying to push. This still holding here. This thing still could go. You know, it's already giving you the silver bullet this morning. I mean, off that silver bullet play right there, you know, you're looking at 42 handles. That's about what you get typically on the silver bullet. It's about 40 handles from what I see typically. All right, let's take a look around. Anybody know how everybody else is doing this morning? Not much to do here yet, guys. It's just chopping around for now. So if you're just joining us, we're up. I don't even remember how much are we up. Uh, 100 times 4, 40 times 4, 100 times 4, 100 times 5, 4. So those two mark each other out. So we're up 560. 560 across 16 accounts today. Not a lot of money. It's a pretty awkward price right now. Could go either direction. I mean, as long as we hold the VWAP, I like to think we're going to go up. If we lose the VWAP, we like to think we're going down. If we inverse this gap, I think we see this low. We make new lows. If we hold this gap, we always can make new highs. Can make an argument for either direction. Either direction you can make an argument for. Up around 2K. Nice. Good job, Emmanuel. Yeah. There we go. Look there. Check that thing out. Testing it. holding it so far. Bounced right off the pivot. If this thing closes below, then not looking good. No, might close below. They need to make money so they can buy their kids GI Joes. Good morning, Crypto Panda. Good morning. So still closed above there. All right, if we hold above here, as long as this holds here, it can go here. Let's see what happens. All right, well, let's see what happens here if we hold this gap. Or if we close below, like I said, I think we see the lows. Close below, I think we see the 43s. As long as we close above, then we can still kind of go. So that's the idea here. All right, closing. Did we close below there? We did. Close below there. So I'm thinking these lows. Close below. All right, looking like we're going to take the lows here. Yeah, it's weaker here. You're not long. You're not wrong there. So I'm expecting us to take these lows out here. Is this the right one? Don't like the wicks on that. I want to take the short here, but 858. Your bias will be short. I think we're going to, it looks like we're going to sell. We just closed below there. I'm going to wait just because it was just barely. So. Like I said, I'm wanting to take the short here. All right, we'll take it. Oh, did I? I don't have a stop loss in. I guess somehow I didn't have the ATM strategy set up there. Can you still do this? Oh, you can. Okay. Just kind of watching here. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Let me set my stop up here. So if it closed back above that gap, then that would kind of null this idea that we're moving lower. It's not a big gap. That's the only thing that's making me a little nervous with it. So as long as we stay below there. Pushing through the pivot there. All right, we're going to take it now. There we go. We're going to take it now. So just one contract here. This is a bit of a higher risk short, but we're going to take it. And if we close above, we're obviously not going to let it come all the way back up here. If we close above this gap, then we'll take it off. I don't love shorting into the pivot, right? It's not one of my favorite things to do. And this is just on a challenge account, guys. This is not on the funded. So be a little more aggressive with it here. So let's just see what happens here. Let's see what happens. I'm expecting lower prices, but if we close above this area, then we'll take it off. That's the idea. Like I said, a little bit of a higher risk one here anyway. Actually, we may give this one a little more room. It's just on an eval after all. Nasdaq is pushing, I'm sorry, the ES is pushing back above the VWAP there. ES is above the VWAP there, trying to push. Nasdaq approaching the 20 SMA. We might just let this trade play out here since we're just on eval anyway. But technically, we're supposed to be closing it here. Let's see what happens. ES rejecting the VWAP right there. Let's just see what we get. We just crossed over 11 a.m. All right, how's everybody else looking today? I checked on Tom. He's green. Good old Tom Sabo. If you're not subscribed to Tom, check him out. He streams London and New York over there. Tom Sabo. Give Tom a like and a follow. A subscribe. There's Tom's link. He's a smaller YouTuber. He's trying to do what we're all trying to do and grow there. Let's check Tom out. He's starting to stream New York more and more. So let's check on Nutty. Nutty's up $300. Looking good. Looking good. Let's check on Alpine. Again, I'm not too concerned with this trade. If it stops us out, it stops us out. Looking like Alpine's in the green as well. Oh. So holding that gap area there already. Rippity, rippity, rippity. All right. Like I said, the wicks on the bottom there, this thing really could be ejected. It really never really closed below there. Let's just take it off. Ripping above the VWAP. If we get above VWAP here, then maybe we'll take a long into the 13s. Something like that. See if it rips it. Again, guys, this is on an eval. Not super worried about it. Don't think too hard in these entries. This is just me putting on some trades, if you will. Want to see this thing close above. Come on, now you got like 5 seconds. Got to close above. Oh, maybe there's another minute. Dollar was stuck in a wedge pattern, 5-minute chop indices. I believe it looks like breakout of the downside. Gain weight, good long off 875. Crypto Panda, don't really like Tom's streams. He is jumping from NQ to ES2 gold to 4X. Oh, is he using all those? I don't know. Is he using all those to structure his trades? I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't watched him. I haven't seen him do that too much. But I don't know. I don't know. You could kind of target this swing high here. I'm just going to kind of take the shorter one. Long date 7.5. Yeah, that's not a bad idea there. Should get right above here. We should go. We violated the bearish one here. Actually, so if we push above 904, stop's going to go to break even here. typically when you run the internal high. Want to run the first internal high, maybe want to move the stop to break even. I don't know, though. That's pretty tight. Nah, we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll just leave this one. Maybe just try to let it run. Maybe move our target on up to this swing high and see what happens. After that huge drop-off yesterday, it looks like people are just really skeptical whether to continue the uptrend or start a downtrend. Yeah, it's hard to know, right? Rip it. Come on. You can do it. Let's see what happens. What's going on, Alito? What's going on? How did Ratlord do today? I didn't get to check on him. I assume he's done. That's just an eval trade, guys. I'm not too concerned with it. We're just going to leave it on, let it play out. Stay long on the fake out. Yeah, I'm not going to take it off. I'm just going to leave it. We'll see what happens. I mean, if it stops us, it stops us, right? Not a big deal. Stops us, it stops us. Closed above here. I mean, you know. If we close below, though, then that's going to be worrisome. This little gnat keeps flying around here. Just I cannot kill it. He's in the green. Nice. He's in the green. Nice. We probably should just target that little swing high there anyway. Make the risk to reward a little better. Yeah, 37, 42. Still a little skewed, but be fine. Oh. Green is green. So still not closing below the gap there. As long as we don't close it below there, I guess, I don't know. I have to look and see. 1 minute. Ah. So we did not close. There's the 1 minute. So the gap is a little different on the 1 minute there. There we go. Boom. Let's take this one off. We don't need that one. That's the important one. Oh, what did I take off there? I don't know what I took off. Something. Something. Who knows what we took off? Wasn't important, I guess. Maybe it was important. We'll find out. If you guys are just joining us, we are green. We're just kind of piddling around in an eval account right now. We're up, what are we up on the fund is? 560 across 16 funded accounts. We didn't trade on the Express funded today so far. Might look for an entry on there, but not taking anything yet. Or we don't have to trade it, right? You don't have to trade it every day. But green on the 16 funded, so can't complain too much. Down 100 on 4, up 100 on 8, and then up 40 on 4. We were 4 out of 6 on the trades this morning, and really should have been 5 out of 6. One of them we did not move our stop in time. So yeah, I mean, this could go either way out, man. It really could. It really could. So, like I said, it's on an eval. I'm not that concerned with it. I can't even pass this eval. It's on Topstep. So I already have 4 accounts like waiting to be funded on Topstep, and you can only have 3 at one time. So holding that pivot pretty strong there, though. Trades below, we'll just, if it closes below, we'll take it off. As long as it holds, we'll leave it on. That's the idea. The very simple idea there. Oh, no, Alito, I haven't paid for them yet. They're technically not quite passed, and they are basically like $100 away. So they're just sitting there at $100 away. You know, these might be a little, well, that one I need more work on. I could trade that one. We could trade that one. But, yeah, these are like $100 away. Basically. I guess we do have that one we could trade. I'll probably break that one out tomorrow and trade that one first. Well, actually, after we trade the fundeds tomorrow, maybe we'll trade that one first. But yeah, I don't think I think you can just leave them in standby though. Sign the forms and just leave them. I don't think Topstep has a rule about when they have to be paid. I'm not 100% sure on that though. But yeah, I'm probably gonna wait to get those across the finish line until next week, and just sit them aside for the new year. I mean, the idea. No, I'm not nervous to trade for the last 1,000 riggedy at all, or the last 100. No, it's just one trade. One trade, 5 points. So you just take a proper setup. You get the 5 points or you don't. And if you don't get it, you just need 2 trades. So no big deal. That's the thing. Like when you get super close like that, a lot of people kind of clam up and they think of it in terms of, if I use 2 contracts, I only need 2.5 points, right? Instead of just going for the 5 points in one contract. Or if you're on Apex, you're like, 10 contracts, I just need 1 point. Yeah, Alito says 30 days to be paid. Yeah. So I could go ahead and do it. I mean, but it's no point. I'm just going to wait. In fact, I'm waiting on, let's see if they responded today. I'm still trying to find out why they have not. No, they still haven't responded. They've not funded my other account. I paid the $150 fee, and they still haven't given me the funded account. They gave me one, and I promptly blew it yesterday. But the other one, they still haven't given to me yet. So I don't want to pass and pay for these other ones until I get that account. And plus they owe me $200 from overcharging me last month. So I'm going to have to go to the bank. And they're giving me all kinds of problems with that. They're like, send us screenshot. And I send them everything they asked for. And they're still like, well, we don't see where we charged you anything. Okay, well, the bank doesn't lie. You took $100 out in November. You took $100 or 98 in November, 98 in December on the exact same day. Both times on December the 18th. And I don't have any accounts renewing on December the 18th. The accounts renewed on the 13th. And all the charges from the 13th are there. And then there's just 2 random charges for $49 each on November 18th and December 18th after rebilling me for all the accounts that got rebilled on the 13th. So I don't know where those charges came from. And I don't know what they went to. So it's not for data or anything like that because it's $49. So it has to be an account. But they don't show that it, they don't show it anywhere on there that it posted any of my accounts. So I don't know. Not sure. Are you blown all your accounts? You've not used Apex before and am interested. So for the initial payment, you pay out of pocket. But after you pass the challenge, do they take the monthly fee out of your profit? No. You have to pay the monthly fee out of your pocket. Out of the pocket. So if you go with the monthly, so let's just say you pay $40+ for the 50K account to get started. Once you hit the profit target of $3,000, then you've got to pay. You got to choose either lifetime for $140 or monthly for $85. So once you pay one of those fees or the other, they now turn that into a PA account, which is your funded account. What happened there? Why didn't it take me out of that trade? That's a 150K account. Anyways, so they'll put you in a funded account. Then you have to hit the profit threshold of $2,600 in profit, and then you can take a withdrawal. But it doesn't come out of your, it doesn't come out of the funded account. So, yeah, you'll like futures. I'm not quite sure what happened there. This is supposed to be 150K. Why would it take me out? I was only down $800. I have no idea. It literally took me out of that trade, and I'm down $940 on a 150K account. So weird. Okay. Well, it took me out of that trade. I don't quite know why. There's it's supposed to be $3,000 daily loss limit in the 150K account. This thing it took me out at $1,000. It's just very strange. I don't know. Oh, well, it took me out of that trade, guys. But yeah, you'll like Apex. The only thing, T-Ranger, to be aware of is the intraday trailing drawdown. I don't know how it works with Forex or whatever you've been trading there. But let's just give you an example. Let's say that you're in a trade and you're up $800 and you're like, I want this target over here for 1,000. Well, let's say you're up $800. Price comes back down, stops you out for a $400 loss. Right? So now, off of your $2,500 drawdown, you have taken the $800 and the $400, and you add those two together. So now your $2,500 goes down $1,200, and you only got $1,300 in drawdown left. Now that's with Apex. So they have an intraday trailing drawdown. So just be aware, if you're up, you need to be taking profit. You don't need to let it hit a loss. You don't need to take a loss on it. Now, if you're a scalper like me, doesn't matter. It doesn't really affect me because I scalp 5-10 points at a time, so I'm not really up very much. But if you're someone who likes to hold for swings and sometimes you take a lot of drawdown and you're up near your goal and then you pull back, then that's going to be a factor. So just keep that in mind. Now, once you're funded and you get above the $2,600 safety net, the trailing drawdown stops at $50,100 and it no longer follows you. So that is an important thing to know there as well. So, do we have a bond auction at 11:30? Did I miss that? I didn't see that this morning. some kind of bill auction. It's a single star. This will be the one I think might move the market, 5-year tips auction. But who knows? That bond auction might move it as well, even though it's 1 star. You never know. So you can see this trade's still valid. Nothing's closed below this gap, even though it's been tested over and over and over, which, you know, the more it's tested, right, the more likely it probably fails eventually. We're not in it because some reason Topstep took us out of the trade. I'm not quite sure why, but there you go. It did. What is that? Where's Oracle at this morning? Haven't heard anything from him. Is he, are we green over there, Oracle? Where you at? You like scalping, but not liking the slippage with your current account. Yeah, you're not going to get slippage in the future. It's like 1 tick maybe. And T-Ranger, we do have the link to 71% off APEX down below. If you don't want to deal with the intraday trailing drawdown, you can just go with Topstep or Bulenox. They both have end-of-day drawdowns. But Topstep does have a daily loss limit, and the micro to mini conversion is not equal. What I mean by that is you can trade 5 minis on Topstep during the eval process, but you can only trade 5 micros. It should be 50 micros and 5 minis. So something to consider there. And also you have a daily loss limit of $1,000. And your total drawdown is only $2,000. You can pass in 2 days instead of 1. You can pass in 1 day with APEX currently, and it takes you only make 50% of your total profit in 1 single day on Topstep. So links down below, coupon codes down below, whatever you decide to do. We do appreciate it. Where's Oracle at? Up 20K. Nice. Yeah, you always got me in the background. We don't mind, though. We don't mind. Sam says, if you want to make money, sell, sell, sell. He could be right. His indicators never fail. Don't trade like Oracle. You'll lose everything. He puts that on his thing. But T-Ranger Oracle does have all his indicators on his Google Drive in his about section or in the description of his videos for free. So if you go and watch some of Oracle's videos there, watch what he's doing. If you like one of the indicators, they're free. You just have to download them to TradingView there. End of day is better. If they would expand their support team and presence with Discord, etc., a lot more people would join. Bulenox, yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah. His color for commentaries. Nice. Yeah, Elito, the only difference in Bulenox for the payout rules is you have to leave the safety net in. So once you hit 2,600 in profits, you can't take a payout. Now, if it's something where you're trying to use the account long term, that kind of makes sense, right? Do you really want to take your drawdown out if you're trying to use the account long term? Probably not. So that kind of makes sense. But if you're trying to use it for a paycheck, then it kind of hampers you a little bit there. Just have to decide which way you want to go with it. He had oatmeal and a donut. Later, he's going to Taco Bell. He's either going to Taco Bell or he's going to DoorDash it. Oatmeal and a donut. I drove to Chick-fil-A this morning. I got chicken minis and hash browns. Chicken minis and hash browns. I mean, this gap is still holding just strong right here. We are idiot boxing right around the gap, but this is holding strong. Yeah, you can take the payout. You're not wrong. And then they take 50%, right? I mean, I believe that's right. Correct me if I'm wrong, Alito. If you take it out, they keep 50% of the profits, though, right? So you can only take 1,300. I could be wrong there, but too many props to keep up with. You love the diabetes. Oh, you can take the full amount, Alito? All right, I didn't know that. So you're saying if I get to 2,600, I can just take the full amount out? Or 2,000, I guess? So you're taking a new account challenge in January, fund up to 30K cash and trade it? Nice. Re-enter with a micro and just try your 150K still active. I don't know why. It just took me out. I don't know what happened. I don't really want to buy up here, but, well, look at that. It still works. Oh, now it took me out. So weird. Why is it letting me enter a trade and then taking me out? I have no idea. I don't know. Why not go to FTMO and keep 80 to 90%? Well, you do keep you get a certain amount for free, or you don't pay any percentage. There's not a split percentage until you take like 5 or 10 grand out of some of these. I think first 10,000 or something like that, you get to keep 100%, and then it's a 90-10 split for most of them. Futures. I'm not familiar with FTMO though, so you can fill me in on that one. I'm not familiar with that one. What is FTMO? I know it's a prop firm of some sort, right? Is it futures? I'm not sure. I'm sure Oracle will do good with this 30,000 cash. Oracle, are you going to be trading minis there? Oh, Forex. Yeah, I don't trade Forex. I've never traded it. I know there's widespreads there and the manipulation. I mean, I've never traded it, so I don't know it to be true, but you hear a lot about manipulation with Forex. Oh, it has indices too. Gotcha. Kind of sucks we got taken out of this trade. Target would have been the swing here. I don't know if it's going to go there, but I don't know. I mean, it made me eat a $500 loss. I'm not sure why. Paramal Rai. Hello, bro. I'm from India, trading since the last 2 years, but still not profitable. Would you please share some of the keys to becoming profitable? I mean, you could say the normal stuff. You can say risk management. I don't think that has a lot to do with being profitable. It's a part of it. Mentality, right? Find a strategy that works for you and stick to it. Don't go on tilt. Don't let your winning days be, or let your losing days be more than 2x your winning days. A lot of people will say 1x. So if you average $200 in profit per day, don't take trades once you get down $200. Move on to the next day. If conditions aren't favorable for the strategy you're using, don't trade it. Some of the hardest things to do are the things I just said, as we all know. We struggle with those as well. The market has manipulation. Every market has manipulation, but Forex seems to be a lot easier. Yeah. Well, I'm just talking about price manipulation and things like that. I don't know. Oracle DM'd me. That's Phil. That's Phil. Vodka and drugs. Let's check Oracle's DM. So you're thinking it looks solid for a move up here, Oracle? What is this? 786. Oh. So yeah, we're kind of bouncing off that 786 level there. Seems reasonable. Kid Poker is back. Were you short from Kid Poker? I can't remember. Yeah, 875 was a good entry for sure. I mean, you see this gap's held pretty strong. I like scalping. That's what I like to do, but there's all kinds of different ways to trade, right? All right, Paramount, we appreciate the subscription. Welcome to the Methodical Crew. You the man. Yeah, Ranger, I'd give futures a shot for sure. I love futures. Like, I was trading penny stocks. And actually, I found futures through Patrick Wieland because Patrick was trading penny stocks as well. And I kind of, so I was watching him every day do the penny stocks. And then he started trading futures, and that's kind of what turned me on to futures. So, as much as he's kind of a douche, he was like one of the, I don't know him personally, so I don't want to call him a douche. But some of the stuff he does, I think, is an act for sure. But he is a little weird when it comes to other streamers, like how him and Nutty kind of interacted there. I didn't love the personal attacks. I don't think he means anything like buy it 100%. Maybe he doesn't realize the things he says is personal. I mean, I guess maybe he does. I don't know. But anyways, been following Patrick for a long time. I think he had 6,000 subscribers when I started following him. He has like 220K now. So, but he's definitely changed. His mentality and his persona has changed over the years. He acts a lot different than he did way back then. But I guess that comes. So, you're up 1,000 on the eval. Nice. You got burnt from using stop losses yesterday. Then turned it off and made myself back. Nice. Like I said, overall, I like Patrick. I like his style. I do think he's not transparent with his trading. He doesn't make money from his trading, really. He doesn't show his balances. He doesn't show his P&L. And he claims that he's never said that he makes money from trading, but that's just not true. Just not true. He said that. When you post a P&L and you say made $40,000 today going to buy a boat, that's insinuating that you made that 40 grand from trading. But teach his own. Several different ways to do it. You don't have to show your P&Ls. I choose to, but you don't have to. Yeah, he sent him $800 and then took it back. Patrick saying nobody can beat him in profits back in 3 contract days. So you emailed him a screenshot and he cussed me out on stream. That's funny. I didn't use a stop loss yesterday, Alito, and it wrecked me. So, but as long as you can manage it, that's all that matters. Yeah, he's using 10 to 15 contracts, but guys, it's so easy to manipulate what you guys see. It's so easy. I mean, I could literally take a long on this account and take another short over here and just switch back and forth, and you would never even know. I just have this blank one on my screen. You guys can see this. I can long over here and short over here as well. Just this easy. Oh, you know what? I better make sure this is not the one that's copy trading. Then I could yank it over here and say, all right, guys. I'm going to practice, obviously. All right, guys, I'm up 7 points. I'm moving my stop to break even. I mean, you could do that all day, right? Just giving you guys an example. One could do that. One could do that. No, he's definitely said that before. Alito, he's saying that, you know, he doesn't say that, but he does. So, yeah, Oracle filming everything with no edits. That's right. Ranger says a lot of people charge for signals. Yeah. Fake outs to the upside gainway, do you think? Well, Patrick started selling a course, and I was like, when he did that, you know, like I told you guys, I follow him for a long time, so I know his strategy well, right? So when he made a course, I was like, what's this course going to include? I mean, I'll show you a strategy right here. This is literally it. Draw my trend line. Price closes above. You don't take the entry here. You wait for the pullback. Test the low of this candle. You get long. All right. Stop will go at the low of the previous candle. You just target a 1-to-1. It's just a breakout strategy. It's nothing. It's nothing fancy about it. It's nothing that you can't learn on your own on the internet. So why pay for it? That's literally it. You know, maybe you want to pair it with the MACD. That's what he kind of used to do. So you bring the MACD over here. You know, once the MACD breaks above the 0 line, which it did here, which is kind of right where we got that breakout. So if you get the MACD crossing the 0 line and you're getting the breakout, boom. It's not a difficult strategy, and it does work sometimes. But a lot of times you are going to get faked out, and that's with any strategy, right? But there's nothing there's nothing grand. No need to pay for it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Think you trying to take out the 70s and then dump? I mean, it could take out the 70s there. My trade was just aiming for this interior swing high. Originally, I was just aiming for this one. So I would have hit my first target. Second target was be up here at the 33s. If you guys didn't see, I was long from settings. I don't know what's going on with this, but it took my... So I was long from here. Or maybe I was long here. Trying to target here. Price moved down to here and it took me out. I mean, I'm on the 150K account. I guess that is 30 points. That is a decent pullback. But I'm only now $970 on that account for the day, so I don't understand why it's not letting me trade it anymore. And it's a 150K account. Makes no sense. But it's just an eval, so. Yep, buy low, sell high. Yeah, crypto. You throw enough money into the market and you'll learn these yourself in your YouTubing. Yeah, just YouTubing, yeah. You haven't looked at the MACD ever since PPO. Most of my predictions are correct and to trust myself. Yeah, that's the thing, like, with me as well. I do the exact same thing on some of even my trades this morning, especially on this first set that we traded. So here, I entered short, took it off for break even. What happened? Moved to my target. I entered long. I took it off for 2 points, targeting 5. What happened? Moved to 5. So would have hit the target there before flushing. And then here, stop too short. I was trying to move the stop to below here, and it hit me before I could move it. So tomorrow we're going to open up with wider stops, and we'll move them up if we need to, not down. So what happens? Stop me out. Yes, it goes lower, doesn't hit my stop, and then moves up. Same thing here. Couple of break-even trades here. I got short here. Pushed up, stopped me out. Stop really should have been up here. And then what happened? Pushed down. It was supposed to be above this gap. Just didn't trust it. Did take a winner there for that bounce, and then we took a short here. Boom, I stopped too fast, and then boom. So you can just see over and over. And this one we hit the target. But we're still in green and profit. I'm not going to complain. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe. We do appreciate it. If you are interested in the Discord, link down below, $10 a month for that. And not to try to sound like I'm trying to sell you something, but I got to plug the girlfriend's, this is her TikTok. She sells tumblers. Trader Oracle has ordered one. Big Ball won the Methodical Man tumbler. She got her TikTok. She has her link there in the description. You come here and order yourself a nice tumbler. She can even make custom ones if you want. This one she just made, a Dr. Pepper tumbler. Bring me a Dr. Pepper and tell me I'm beautiful. Anyways, helps the channel if you guys are interested. If not, no big deal. Rodrigo's inspired by Trader Oracle's indicators. Tidal Wave is amazing. Decided to create your own version. Are you ever using intrabar price action and UCR charts? Nice results. Awesome. Gained weight. Hit the subscribe button. He's the man. Welcome to the Methodical Crew. So I'm waiting here, guys. I mean, we took this trade a couple times here. And so I'm just kind of waiting. Now, if you're curious, like, okay, why would you take the long here? If you're curious. So I like to trade, we need to go to the 1 minute, I guess. I like to trade inverted fair value gaps there. So you had a couple of opportunities here. This was the main one I was looking at over here to the left. So I did look to take a short once we closed the below it. I thought we closed the below it, but we actually didn't. I was looking at a higher time frame chart there. But you can see right here, we have the inversion there. So we've held this gap. So we failed to get below it, and then we pushed back above. So that's why I took that long there. I think I might have been on the 2 minute chart. Probably was an inverted one on the 2 minute. Is that what it was? Yeah. So right here, I was like, okay, if we close above this gap, it should be a long. But so we closed above. I took the long. My target was going to be here. We did close back below this gap, but we never closed below this one. Price has respected it so far. Did test it quite a few times, though. So not a great trade. There's definitely high resistance here on this trade. But we would be in the green if it didn't take us out there on it. We are in the green overall on the funded accounts. Like I said, we traded 16 of them. I mean, technically, I guess there is order block there. You see it better on the higher time frames, but I'm just going to keep it on the 2 minute here. Ultimately, do think we make it through there, though. Did we close above there? Yeah, we kind of did. You still think we push higher 1771? I mean, 71. Oh, 1771. Yeah, you never know, right? If we. Ooh, guys, my leg's killing me today. Anyways, if we push above this 15-minute gap here, then I think all roads lead to the previous day high. So if we close above this gap, then we're going there next. Almost guaranteed. So we close above this one on the 15, we're going to go there. In my opinion. You hear people, they sell on the ask price, but can't figure out how to do it. Do not all brokers offer that option? You should just be able to hit. Ask. You're not guaranteed to be filled on the ask or the bid, right? Well, I guess the ask you would be. But what are you using? What are you using there, Marcelo? Samuel thinks we're selling. I mean, it could be right? You never know. You never know. Although we are up 138 points from the open from overnight. That's mostly from the overnight move. London or New York were small green. Actually, where do we open at 9:30? It might be right at the open price. Yeah, so we're right there. 9:21 is where we open for New York. So we're down a little right now on the New York Open. But overall green for the day just because of that big move up overnight. That was pretty well anticipated. You expected it to kind of move up, but you will make money. Dash Trader? Oh, I'm not familiar with Dash Trader. I mean, they should have the option. Maybe send a support ticket and ask. But they should have an option for it. All right, if we can get back above 21 here, I think we see 34 there pretty quickly. If need to breach this swing high here, and I think we can go here. If we fail to get back above there, then might be troublesome because we already ran that inside high, so we don't technically have to run that next one to the left. So kind of like we already ran this high here. So we don't have to run this one. That's an internal high. So if we don't re-breach this high, then this could just fall back off here. So you'd like to see it quickly breach this high, and you could be pretty well confident that it's going to go there. So let's just see what happens. ES has just been pinned to the VWAP for the last, 30 minutes? Just been pinned to the VWAP pretty much all morning. Since it kind of touched it at 10 a.m., we had a little expansion from it early on, but for the most part, it's just been pinned there. You see how we kind of failed to make a new high there? It's kind of a little troublesome. You really wanted to just push right through there. As it doesn't have to, because it did run this internal high here already. So you typically run, you run outside liquidity. So we ran this, and then you look for inside liquidity. Ran this, and then you kind of go back to the outside. So we might trade back below this low now after failing to make a new high there. But we'll see. Until we break below this area here, I'm not going to be bearish. Got to close this last gap out there on the 1 minute. We put our trend line there. We kind of broke out from the trend line. So if we're going to continue higher, we're going to want to hold this. As you can see, higher high, lower high, lower high. Kind of broke out here. We started putting in higher highs, but then followed by lower high. So lower low now. So we don't hold this area. Probably going to move down to here, but I wouldn't want to enter on it until, you could. If you break the VWAP strong, you could ride it down to this area of support, but I wouldn't be interested until we close below 65. Close below 65, you could be pretty sure we're going to touch that 44 area. The market is selling, says Samuel. It should consolidate all around 912 and hit trader stops, fake outs, then push higher. Then we just left a gap. So we'll see. Yeah, you don't know. There's no really. We just inverted that gap, right? So technically you could take a short from here down to here. 20 handles. Since we did invert that gap, we ran that swing, that internal high there. This would not be a bad trade. Probably push back up into the 01s and then continue lower. But I don't love it. But that's could be what happens there. It's back to the pivot. Yeah, it could sell here, Sam. There's, I like to look at price in the moment. I'm not zoomed out looking at kind of the big picture. But, I am. But at the same time, it's like, this looked like a decent. As soon as we close below that gap, we inverted this gap on the 2 minute. We might want to revisit this imbalance here. So I kind of expect price to bounce back up to this area and then push down. That's what Oracle's trading right now, these imbalances. So probable bounce back up into the 01, 02 area and then continue lower if it wants to. Could leave the imbalance there, but wouldn't expect it to. Bouncing off the trend line there, the good old trusty trend line for just a moment. So like I said, you could have taken this. You really could put your stop break even now. And if we close below this, you can be pretty certain we're going there. I'm done on the fundeds today, so I'm just kind of just watching the market at this point. I could take one more trade here on the express funded if I decide to. We might take a trade here on the express funded. I want to see a bit of a pop back up here. Dollar pushing lower. Yeah, it's not good for the sales. ES did break through the VWAP there. Kind of created equal lows here, double bottom. Got to get through the 74s there on the ES. Almost a triple bottom, really. Lows at the 73, the 74, and the 74. So a little pop back up here, test this VWAP. Still expecting a little push up higher, but may not get it. Watching the WADA here. If it breaks through that swing low, we should move down quickly there. Trying to go. There we go. Now it broke through there. So you see, as soon as it broke that low, there's got a little expansion down quickly. Want to see quick expansion right through this gap, close below here. Like I said, the proper entry on this move down would have been up here. I don't love that we left this imbalance. That probably will be revisited later. So quick expansion right through here. You want to see a close below, and then I believe we'll take out the 43s. So like I said, we want to see a close below. This is the last line of defense for the bulls. And we need to be on whatever chart. We should just be on the 1 minute. Okay. So we closed below already. So we should be on the same chart that the gap is on. So on the 1 minute, we closed below. So this should hold here. This should hold and move lower. A close back above would get you out of this trade. So a close back above the gap will take you out. Your kind of day for someone with a short bias? Yeah. Oh, you said it ain't valid? Don't let off big gaps to the downside. All right, so pushing back up here. And so if it closes back above the gap, I would just exit. But looking on the 3-minute chart, I don't love the look of that candle on the 3-minute there. This thing's got to show some strength back to the downside here. All right, I took that scalp right there for $120. When that pushed back out there, once this turned back green or red, I took that. Like I said, I think we take the 43s now. Seems pretty clear. That should be where we go. So I like the close below. The gap held on the push back up. Yeah, I think we probably eventually come back to refill these imbalances, but looks like it wants this low first, maybe. ES just pushed right through the data lows that it left earlier. Looking actually weaker now. It's actually funny. ES, we had the Nasdaq was looking stronger earlier. We ran the data lows, and then now the ES is looking weaker. Or the ES was looking stronger. So ES ran the data lows there. That'd be the only concern for me. Possible move down into the 50s here, 56 level there on the ES. Like I said, this would be your ultimate target. Well, your immediate target, right? You can always zoom out to the left. Like if I'm looking for targets further down, I like to zoom out and go to my higher time frame. And we just want to look at obvious swings, right? So something that kind of stands out on the chart if you're standing back, right? There's one there, one there, one there. So those are kind of your levels to the downside that you could target. Let's go back to the 1 minute. There's your first target. So it was a pretty clear read right there. Once we failed to make a new high, right? Put in a lower high. We violated this first fair value gap, right? So that one was violated. This is your short entry here, 898. I didn't take it there. We had the VWAP here. I wanted to wait for us to violate this one. Just extra confirmation, right? This is your higher risk sell entry. This is your lower risk sell entry. So that's why I took it down here on the funded account. Just for a scalp. Nothing crazy. So I did enter it twice. I trailed my stop too quickly on the first one. You can see that break of the VWAP there. I entered there for a small. I moved my stop too quick. And then once we broke through that bottom gap, that's a lower risk one. I took the bounce back up just for $110. So we're up 121 in this account. So pretty easy read there. I didn't hold it for the targets, but we'll work on that next week, holding for the bigger targets. Right now, we'll just be happy with the scalps. So ES ran the data low there, so I would be wary of trying to continue lower here. Still didn't run the London lows yet. I think on the ES, those are down there at the 56. So I could get a little pushback up here before we continue down to the 56. We'll just see what happens. Samuel told us it was going to sell. I do use the 5 minute, Samuel. At the 5 minute right here, bud. I use the 5 minute, the 15 minute, the 1 minute, the 3 minute, the 2 minute, the 15 second, the 30 second, the 10 second. We got it all pulled up. We got the ES. We got it all pulled up here. You just don't see it, but we got it. I promise you. Oh. We got it all. We got it all pulled up. It is all here. That's the thing, Samuel. I like to wait for extra confirmation, right? I did take it on my funded account, like on this pushback up to test the VWAP. I didn't love it, though. I like to wait for the extra confirmation. Could have bounced here. I mean, you never know. We've bounced here so much. But this area was weaker after it's been tested 3-4 times. So once we see expansion through that area, close below, retest, sell back down. This is enough for me. I don't need, that's 22 points from there to there. I'm just looking for 5 points at a time. So you certainly could have taken that higher risk entry up here. Stop would have been to break even pretty quickly. Once it held the VWAP here and pushed down, I probably go to break even. Break this swing low here. Or move back below that low, really. Go break even because you're not sure it's going to make it through this gap, but it does. Yeah, I don't look at the weekly too much. Crypto, I'm up, what are we up? 560 across the 16 and then 121 across the 17th. So, what is that? $681 total across 17 accounts. It's not a lot of money, but green is green. We're green on 12, red on 4. Or green on 13, red on 4. I mean, you think the daily's bearish for a while, but you don't. I mean, that's the thing, Samuel. You don't know that. Until these major resistances are broken through, then I like to just frame it, intraday, one target at a time. You could be right. I'm just saying there's nothing certain. You know what I mean? We could pull back for a week, 7-10 days, and still be bullish as much as we went up. But I mean, look at that. That's the daily chart. You can see we tapped into that 15-minute, the highest, well, not the highest, but the most important 15-minute fair value gap this morning and sold off from there. But, yeah, I mean, this thing could have several days of pullbacks, and we'd still technically be bullish. The chart didn't like me doing that. It didn't like it. Oh yeah. Good afternoon, All-Star Parker. Kid Poker says, dope. %70% when your indicator crosses over. It's never good. I get it. I mean, I'm just saying, if I'm just looking at it from her, just taking a peek. I don't even do technical analysis all that well. I trade the strategies that I trade, and I realize I could use the same technical analysis with the strategy on the daily, the weekly, the 4 hour, all those, the 1 hour. I just don't do it. I just try to pick my draw on liquidity, immediate draw on liquidity, and I go from there. So like on this trade here, I really was aiming for this swing high here, right? So as soon as this swing high is taken, it doesn't have to take this one. And when it fails to make a new high, then that's kind of your indication. And then we close below here. So these are the things I look for using my strategy, or at least one of the many things I use. So as soon as we close below there, that's kind of your indication that we should at least go here. So I just look level to level, albeit small levels. So from there to there, 20 points. Once we close below here, which I like better because this is extra confirmation, it's the last bullish fair value gap in the leg. Once you close below that, you're almost certain that you're going here. 22 points is still enough for me. You know, I only need 5. Next week, we're going to try to trade micros, and we may leave runners on. So, you caught the drop yesterday? Nice. Nice job. Nice job. All righty. Well, I think that's going to do it for me today, guys. Today is my birthday. So hit that like button for me for my birthday. Hit that subscribe button for me for my birthday. Let's go. We're 44 years young today. 44 years young. I got some stuff I'm going to do this afternoon. So I want to take a nap, if I'm being honest. When you're 44, that's what you prioritize. Naps. Yeah, I'm thinking about the micros next week. But like I said, that's going to do it for me today. Ending up, what do we say, $800 or $680 across 17 funded accounts. I could scroll through them and show you guys, but you've seen them already. You know, 1 through 4 is going to be up 100. 5 through 8 is going to be up 40. And then 4 through 7, down 85. And then 12 through 15, up 110. 16's in that bank with the 40. And, yeah, that's it. That's all the trades we took on those. And then express funded right here. You see my equity in the express funded, 550. So we're still a little red on the week. I think maybe $50. That's it. We will be live at 3 a.m. for the London. I think I'm going to do the London. If I don't make it, if you don't see it scheduled, then I won't do the London. Oh, thank you. You have kids my age, Andy? Thanks, Alistair Parker. Thank you. Thanks, Samuel, Sarah. Mad Moxie. Predator. Wayne says I'm just a kid. Storm, thanks. Gadget, Steve. Thank you, guys. Gained weight. PDP. All right, no problem, Dave. Well, like I said, that's going to do it for me today. We'll see you guys back full steam tomorrow. We'll do the entire day. So you guys enjoy your day. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe.